All right. And welcome everybody to another Dad Hat Chronicle Sports Show. My name is Ed, your host, also known as the Dad Hat. And with me, I got my good friends, the Prospector, the Mayor, and the Influencer. I'm not talking to the Influencer right now. We are in a heated battle, me and him right now.
Game's pretty much over.
We're not talking about it until it's over.
It's over.
Okay. 2 outs. So anyways. What's going on, everybody? I hope everybody's doing well today. Thank you for joining us on another, like I said, Dad Hat Chronicle Sports Show. I am going to start with my good friend, Mr. Patrick Larson. How are you doing today, buddy?
Overall, I can't complain. Happy to be on with you guys tonight, and shout out to the chat. I appreciate people joining us, and yeah, can't complain. Good to be with you guys.
All right, what are you wearing? What are we drinking?
Well, tonight is a little deceiving. It's in a Gatorade bottle, but it's actually some Prime.
Shut up.
It actually
false advertising. That is false advertising, bro.
No, it's a potential for 2 sponsors. Gatorade and a Prime bottle. So, you know, we're going for double sponsorship.
Are we going fight? Hey, Class A just hit a player, and there's your boy Bobby Witt right there at the bat.
Yeah, but we're still down 3, so that's not going to do anything but get us within 1.
Yeah, well, you know, I mean, like I said, we're just, you know, anyways.
So would you call that some Primeade?
Yes, you would.
Oh,
you would call that some Primeade.
Primeade. Oh,
some people are into. Some people like Primates. This is Primeade.
All right, we're gonna stop now. Okay, let's just stop. All right. So, what hat are you wearing?
Tonight, I am wearing the now the Prospect League Burlington Bees, but this is from when they were an affiliated team in Burlington. So just to show you the old minor league logo on it. So this is an old batting practice hat that the Burlington Bees had. So
I like it.
Thought I'd go back a few years tonight.
Hey, nothing wrong with that, baby. I like it. Mr. Mayor, talk to me.
All right. Well, I am drinking tonight the last of the beers that Phil had brought us from Montgomery, the Ramber Amber Ale from Common Bond.
Okay. All right.
It was the last one that was left in the fridge. So fortunately for me, Eric couldn't take it on the plane, so I got to bring it home.
I was going to say, that's right. He had to take all of that. I remember that now.
Oh, he sacrificed himself for that. Okay.
Big thanks to Phil, though. He did bring up the, I don't remember what the biscuits, Crafty Lefty.
Crafty Lefty. Was. Yeah, that was really good.
He brought that up. That was a ball outside. Come on. Anyways, ball game. It's official now. Yeah, so I'm glad that you're at least getting to enjoy those beers, Donnie.
Definitely. So yeah, I'm doing that, and I'm keeping it cold in a nice baseball bucket list koozie.
Okay, I love it.
And then as far as what I'm wearing, I'm going with the Appy League starting today, and as a vice ambassador for the Otterbots, I went with the hat for them, and then as a president ambassador for South Carolina for the Axemen, I went with the shirt for them. So, Flyboy over here now, he's kind of changed allegiances, I think. So,
yeah, I don't think they're running the ambassador programs anymore. So I think you're flying solo.
Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think they are either. But
we were literally, I literally just asked him that question. I was like, are they still even doing that now? Anyways, you know?
No.
But these two teams were playing each other tonight to open the Appy League season, and because I had been an ambassador for both, I figured, what the heck, I would just go with this tonight. So,
yeah, if Eric's not rocking the ambassadorship for the Axemen, then maybe Clay Ramsey's about the only other one that probably would be, because those were our 2 chief president ambassadors for the Axemen.
Yeah, they haven't done any more with it, and so I was a free agent in the off season, and nobody wanted me. But then the Flyboys came through and swept me up. So
sock puppets signed me, even though they didn't recruit me.
Bro, baby, I'm the official sock puppet, ambassador. Okay, so this is what I do.
I tried to get them to actually do a program, and that's where I wanted to be, was the sock puppets.
So here's the thing, and I don't know if I think I told you this, right? Like, they were going to do that, but like everybody started getting on it. So I was like, we're not going to, you know what I mean? because then they'll get the diluted,
Yeah. They didn't want to be another one on the bandwagon.
Well,
right, exactly. But they were going to do it. It's just that all of a sudden everybody just started, getting on the game. So I was like, nah, y'all,
Well, Ed, socks are best as a pair, so maybe we can both be ambassadors.
Hey, here we go.
There you go.
There we go.
Listen,
we're the official, unofficial ambassadors.
Yep. And to answer Phil's question, we did like the Los Bravos. That was pretty good beer.
Yes, thank you, Phil. The Grits House was living it up. What was that after the Grasshoppers game that we dug into some of those? And so, thank you again, Phil, for all that beer.
Bro, after the Grasshoppers came, this dude went to bed.
We went in there and it was like, all right, we got to finish off some of this beer because Eric couldn't take it and he wanted to enjoy some of it. So
I dug through all the snacks and had some seeds and then had some beers, and it was a good night at the Grits House.
He was standing in the kitchen like a squirrel, just had found a whole nest of nuts or something. He's just like snack.
Yeah. What's up, Virgil?
What's up,
watching
Virgil?
Watching us from Toyota Field.
All right,
Virgil.
I love it, man. Look at that. That's awesome, dude. Good for you, brother.
Love it.
Eric, talk to me.
I'm surprised you even asked me.
Well, I'm gonna, for tonight, I'll let it happen.
So, as you can see, this is the first time in quite some time that there's not a baseball game on a Tuesday night.
Yeah.
Wichita's on the road. They're in Springdale. See facing the Northwest Arkansas Naturals. It's actually lightning pretty bad and thundering and raining here right now in Wichita, so I don't know that they'd be playing anyways.
So normal weather for you guys?
Correct, yep.
Got it.
But today I got the Wichita Turbo Tubs hat on. As of Friday, the 52nd annual Wichita River Festival started. They don't really do it anymore, but previous in the festival history, they used to do boat races. And then there's the River Troll that's underneath the grate over kind of by the Big Arkansas River. And so that kind of inspired the Turbo Tubs. So on Saturday, they played for the first time this year as the Turbo Tubs. And what's cool about that is that they have a new purple jersey with the bridge on it. And Patrick knows about that bridge that we walked across, kind of with the shape of it, everything on the jersey. And so they paired that with the orange, with the W on it, with the troll, with the orange hat with the purple bill. They actually wore that for the first time on field. They hadn't worn that hat previously on field. But then what was kind of weird is then on Sunday, they played as the Turbo Tubs again, but they went back to last year and the year before's old school Turbo Tubs with the teal hat and kind of that orange, almost sunrise type jersey. So this is the third hat. They haven't ever played on field with it, but it's black and has the troll steering the boat. And
that's one of my favorites, man.
I love that one.
I'm going with the Steel Hands cold brew coffee lager that Mr. Wise gave me, and have a Disco Turkeys koozie that I have. So that's what I'm going with today.
I love it. All right. As far as the Dad Hat, I'm actually wearing a snapback today. My alternate Cleveland Guardians hat.
City Connect.
Alternate. It's an alternate. All right, guys.
By the way, Ed, how are you doing tonight, by the way?
I'm doing fantastic.
Fantastic. Love to hear it.
Fantastic. I don't know.
You're going with that Dan Simon fantastic?
Fantastic. Okay. Wearing my Kent State University, repping the alma mater,
I like that. I like that shirt, my man.
And then I am drinking a wonderful beer that I was left here by a certain somebody, Otterbot X-Men, ambassador, from the salted lime lager?
Yeah, from Palmetto.
Yes, sir.
I still haven't drank that one yet. Donnie gave it to me, but I haven't tried it yet.
It's really bad.
You might have to send it to Ed for safekeeping.
Yeah,
I need to start driving places instead of flying everywhere, because when I meet Donnie here in a few weeks, I'm also flying, so I can't get this any of that beer. I mean, I guess I could check it or figure out something that way. But what's up, Lynn? Hi from Polar Park.
From Polar Park, Red Wings 10,
Nice.
Blue Sox 2.
That's
Love
a
it,
really
Lynn.
nice ballpark. I wish I would have seen a game, but I got to do a tour. The boys and I did a private tour. It's a really, really cool ballpark. It's about the same age as Wichita. I think it's maybe on their third or fourth year. Polar Park's really awesome.
Nice. I love it. What's up, Colin Wilson? I'm afraid the ref razors are better, he says on Instagram Live.
No, that's just a knockoff of the turbo tubs.
Ooh, Colin, you're gonna take that? You're gonna take that, Colin?
Fight of the alternate identities.
Yeah,
I wish I could be able to put like emojis here on the show, so you can just put the fight or the popcorn one that he just goes back and just, you know what I mean? Oh yeah, I love it.
Yeah, Colin's a Tulsa driller now, and we don't like Tulsa.
Oh, there he goes. See that he had to go and do it. All right, guys, not a whole lot going on in sports. Like, there's no controversy. There's no controversy in the WNBA at all. There's no controversy going on with baseball or anything at all, right? Like, so there's nothing going on, right?
So, Ed, you're saying there's no fireworks?
How do we even keep like a professional?
I'm so jealous of that. Like, I want that so bad, and I can't get it. I don't know why he's got it.
I can't do it. I can't.
I really don't know
and I
why
can't even do it.
Sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry. You were saying there's nothing going on.
Is it this one? I can't. Whatever. Anyways, listen. Like, I want to start with the WNBA because I think this is very intriguing, guys. And we've talked about this a little bit, right? We were talking on the thread and everything. Listen, Caitlin Clark is going to talk shit. That's not the deal, right? But what it is like, this is very like polarizing conversation, dude. Right? I mean, it's like there's no in between on this conversation. It's like either you in for it or not. My question to you guys is like, why is there so much hate for just a one player? Is it because of the media deemed it that she was going to be like, the next big thing?
Well, I mean, she set the NCAA scoring record, and she even set the men's record. She had more points than who was it, Pistol Pete or whatever as well. So she has the all-time record. So, yeah, I think a lot of them are probably just jealous that she's bringing in all the attention, getting all the accolades and everything. And she's brand new. She's a rookie. So she technically hasn't proved anything yet, although
she hasn't been playing that good either.
No, not to her standards, but even then they compared it and she's had a pretty favorable first, I don't know how many games. The team's terrible. So she doesn't have much support around her. And a lot of people feel like they're not even having her back. Like when she's getting body checked to the ground, they're not rushing over to pick her up or whatever. So it just seems like everybody is out against her. But, obviously coming as highly touted as that, then,
right.
I think it's a ton of jealousy. I agree with him on that. And I think that particular play, while it was borderline dirty.
No, it wasn't borderline. She straight up just
in context, though, she had been talking some smack before.
I agree. That's why I said that she talked shit.
And a lot of times the rookies are going to get, they're going to get some of that kind of stuff. Because there was even talk, you may have heard it on Dan's show yesterday or day before, about Angel Reese took a hard hit a week or so ago from somebody and nobody ever heard about it. And that's part of the problem right there that I think these girls have with Caitlin Clark, is that same shit happened to them, but it wasn't talked about. And then it happens to her, and it's like leading the NBC Nightly News kind of thing.
But is that a Caitlin Clark's issue, or is it a media that's just zoning in on her? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Media. But in my opinion, it's the media, and it's a societal issue a little bit too.
Yeah, and then, by the way, like this whole conversation with Angel Reese is like, like I'll be the bad guy. You've been talking about that thing since like college, and no one is really listening. So like we can stop now. I think it's like she wants to be part of like she is. In my opinion, she's trying a little too hard to be on the top player. Like she wants to be the face of the WNBA. Like you might want to stop.
Right, you're a rookie too, so
Well, and the thing is, in the WNBA, you have more than just Caitlin Clark as faces of the league. You've got Sabrina Ionescu, you've got Kelsey Plum, there are other big names.
For a while, you had Sue Bird going.
Oh, for sure. Diana Taurasi,
right?
Candace Parker. You've had Lisa Leslie, Cheryl Swoops. You've had big names in the league before. It's just that now with Caitlin Clark coming out, whether you like her or not, I would say that when you're trying to throw a lot of shade or hate her way, you're only making her more popular because you're getting her more views, you're getting her more attention, and And I don't think that's Caitlin Clark's fault. I don't think Caitlin Clark is commanding the attention that she's getting.
I don't think she even wants it, to be honest with you.
Like what Eric said. I mean, it's about, those records that she set. So when she broke both the women's and men's scoring record, both pre and post modern era and pre-modern era, that's going to get you talked about. And when you're setting the viewing numbers that she's got, it's, that's going to command attention. And when you start being a hater and you're hating on her just because you don't like the attention she gets, that's all you're doing, is you're just boosting her profile and her popularity. Yeah. She's not had I think she's had impossible expectations coming into the league. I think she's had a solid start. I don't think it's been awful or anything, but I mean, she's not going to hit some people's expectations no matter what she does, because she's still a rookie in a league. She's still trying to learn the league. She's trying to learn new teammates, and it's not a very good team. Let's be honest. And
it is not a good team.
No, it's not. And they've got a lot to learn, but I don't think that's really Caitlin Clark's fault. I think it's just a byproduct of the media attention that you get.
Yeah, she's not asking for it in any way, shape. I think she's probably wishing it would all just kind of go away and she can just play basketball.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
But I think, like I said, it's media driven for the most part. I mean, if you think about this, I mean, she played at Iowa. She gave Iowa a lot of success. And if you look at just like overall through history of like TV ratings and stuff, everything's based on the Midwest ratings. The people in the Midwest drive what's popular and what's not across the country from a Nielsen standpoint and rating standpoint. And when you've got someone like her that's from that part of the country and is polarizing for what she did, the national media is going to drive on that. If she came out of LA, it would be a whole different story. If she came out of somewhere, in Florida, it'd be a whole different story, because she came from Iowa. And it's not her fault. She's caught up in it. And it's just one of those things that's going to probably take a whole season. Probably by next season, it'll die down.
Yeah. We'll see. I mean, I don't think it's going to die down to that level.
No.
You know what I mean? But, we'll see. I just think it's intriguing. I don't think a lot of it is warranted, right? But we'll see. I mean, I find it fascinating, though, right? One player is commanding all of this attention without even wanting it, though.
Well, and the other players, yeah, I see where they're jealous. But if you think about it, think about this. When Tiger Woods came on tour, everybody was like, who's this kid, whatever. But they're all thankful for Tiger Woods because he lined their pockets with cash. And that's what she's going to be doing with the WNBA players. And these other players, quit being jealous of her. Let her take the heat. Y'all just play the game. And when she raises ticket prices, when she raises the money that the
sold out arenas and all that,
all that kind of stuff, that's more money for all these other players. So I would, if I was them, I wouldn't be griping. I'd be like, let her take it. I'm just gonna play my game.
I'm getting paid.
Exactly. You're gonna get paid more because of her. Yep. But they're jealous that they are because of her and not because of themselves. But to your point about Angel Reese, she came out and said, it's not about one person. People watch this game for me too. No, they don't. They don't watch.
I hate to say that, right? Like, I mean, like, I wish he would just not said anything at all, and it would have been just fine.
Right.
Like, if you're trying to play the villain, there's other ways to play the villain without sounding desperate.
Yeah.
If
Caitlin Clark still had another year in college and Angel Reese came out and all that, WNBA would not be seeing this kind of success this year because of her or anybody else. They'd be still waiting for Caitlin Clark to come out.
She could have technically came back, but she decided to leave. So yeah, for sure.
The girl is making a bunch of money right now are you wearing a glove right now?
So it's my kid's glove and it fits on like 2 fingers. I'm in my son's room and it's his little
I got you.
glove, so it doesn't really fit.
That's the most awkward thing. I was like, well, so there's a glove.
I thought he was going to start drinking his beer out of it like a little beer mitt.
Just hold it and drink it.
Did Shannon join like this live? Because is he trying to tell her that he's a catch?
Oh. Yeah, she doesn't think I am, but I think she mentioned she was listening. I haven't seen her comment yet or not.
Yeah.
So, hey, by the way, I wanted to point out, Colin Wilson, we have an actual raft raise coming back at least. He said. So, another shots fired from Colin.
Dang.
No, we still don't listen to him.
Oh, got it. Okay. By the way, I can I have a like 30 seconds of like just bitching about Father's Day caps?
I can't imagine what you'd be upset about with them.
Is it pro or anti?
There's no dad hats.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, no dad hat for Father's Day.
What
for Dad's
the?
Day. Yeah.
There's snapbacks. There's 3930s. There's fitteds, and then there's no 920s. What are we doing?
Wait, you said there's fitteds? Okay, we're good.
Like it's Father's Day. It's like, dude, that is dad hat. You know what I mean? Like, what the hell are we doing?
Where are you, 47? You should be doing a Father's Day dad hat blowout.
Dude, like, oh my God, I'm so angry. Like what the hell?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm done. I'm good now, guys. Sorry.
So apparently EJ's on here, but not Mrs. Larson.
Zach Proffitt, yes. Mrs. Proffitt.
So get this. So I forgot what we were talking about earlier, but she did tell me that she likes you better than me today. Today, Patrick, she said that.
She said that today?
Yes. I mean, she said it before, but she reiterated today. I don't even remember what the conversation was, but she said, yeah, I like Patrick better than you. I'm like,
you know you're married to me, right?
So
I'm your husband.
But speaking of Father's Day, it doesn't have to do with the hat. So Father's Day is also her and I's anniversary. Mm-hmm. And so, being Father's Day and our anniversary, that day is all about me. And I've told her that before.
I mean,
she didn't like that answer.
So
might be a reason why she gave you the answer she gave you, Eric.
Probably.
That's probably the reason why. You know what? I like Patrick better.
The problem here might be you.
No, yeah.
Is there a mirror you can look at?
Yeah. Right. Correct.
Oof. Well, this just got awkward. I hope she's not watching this right now.
Yeah, well, Ed, your Father's Day hat comment made me think about this. So, the day that any of us turned 47, does that mean we have to get a 47 hat?
I'm a ways away from that. I'm ways away from that right now, so I'm not going to
pass that stop.
Yeah, Donnie went past go, did not collect 200 on that one, so he just kept going.
Is there a 57 brand, a 56 brand?
well, no. If you can get a 47 for $10, then you can do 47 plus 10.
Hey, I will say this though. I saw, and I'm not going to get it right now, but eventually I'm going to circle back and get this. I saw 47 brand had a nice Brooklyn Dodgers trucker hat.
Dude,
nice.
Yes.
I was like,
trucker.
Yeah, but nobody probably picked up on this but me because I'm weird like this. But the fact that it has 47 on the side and that's the year Jackie started playing for Brooklyn is still cool too.
Yeah.
It's not even meant to be because that's their brand, but I'm like, hey, Brooklyn Dodger hat, 47.
That was the inspiration for the brand.
That.
Wasn't that one of the inspirations for the brand in the first place?
Probably so, I believe. Yeah.
What, 47?
Could be.
Yeah.
Could be.
I was the twin brothers from Italy. They moved to Boston.
Were they?
Yeah. Okay. Yep.
They started in night. Yeah,
okay.
No, it wasn't.
Well, I don't know why I was thinking there was like a.
No. They're massive Boston. They're Boston through and through.
Well, I'm not going to go against the cleanup king. So
no. So I mean, good try. Yeah. I'll give you that. But yeah,
I guess that was always one of the things I presumed.
¿Qué pasa, papi? ¿Todo bien? That's my cousin. What's up, guys? El Cris. All right. So, guys, and I'm going to use your words, Donnie.
Uh-oh. Don't use them against me.
When will they learn?
Oh, yeah, exactly.
When will MLB players learn that you do something you're not supposed to do, you're going to get caught? So we got already a lifetime ban on someone betting on the Pirates.
Exactly.
And
of all teams.
Is that somebody that, unless you're real deep into the has anybody really even heard of him?
No, I had no idea this dude was a baseball major league player.
I'm sure my son Zach knew who he was, Mercano or whatever.
I didn't know him.
So,
No.
and then,
But
that's
he
what
goes back to when he played for the Pirates, not even now when he
Yeah.
plays for the Padres.
Yeah,
And
betting.
but they said he's terrible. He's worse than I am at betting, and that's pretty impossible to do.
He
He
only
lost
won
everything.
Yeah, he won 4% of his bets. Like, why are you betting?
Then you should
But
stop.
he lost all the
Stop.
Pirates games he bet on, right? I mean,
Yeah,
he lost every
every
single
single
Pirates
one.
game they bet on.
Yep.
Like why?
That and PEDs. Like, dude, at this point, why?
I got to tell you about the inside joke here at some point about this. There's a girl that came and sat down in Shannon's seat Saturday night. Shannon wasn't there, so this girl came and sat in the seat, and long story, but she said, yeah, I was out in LA last weekend watching the Angels and the Pedros. She was 6 twisted tees in. So she was a little, yeah, I'll tell you the full story later, but yeah, the Pedros.
Well, got her.
The Pedros.
So what I'm hearing is she was a little twisted.
Yes, a little bit.
I'll give you that one because that one was pretty good. That was good. I'll give you that was pretty good.
But then there was some
Much
other
good.
names, Ed, that I hadn't really heard of either, but those were just like 1-year bans. Like what do they do?
But those were for substance.
Oh, were they? Because they combined them in the
Yeah,
same.
they did a full thing on just like these other guys suspended.
Okay, I was thinking those were also betting guys. I'm like, how did they only get 1 year? But that makes more sense then.
At first, I thought it's like, all right,
it said
yeah,
unrelated discipline issues or something.
Yeah,
like
exactly. But the other guys were PED.
Yeah.
Okay. Good. I hadn't heard of. I wasn't familiar with any of those guys either.
Most of those guys are minor league guys.
Yeah.
But then I'm assuming you saw that it's official that they cleared Otani. So as of now, he's
good. He's in the clear. Well, it would, something is eventually going to come out once he's done playing. I have this feeling that something is going to come out. Like there's going to be some reporting like, y'all, they missed this or they purposely buried this kind of deal. You know what I mean? I mean, he's like a world superstar, so you can't just get rid of him right now. It's just not possible. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
Michael Kelly pitched when we were in KC for the A's.
Yeah, so Zach was saying one of the guys that got suspended for a year, I guess, was somebody that he remember seeing when we went to see the Royals a while back against the A's.
Gotcha. I bet he did. That's good. But like I said, like, come on, like just stop betting. Wait until you're done. Right. You know what I mean? And if you're gonna bet on other sports. Don't bet on your sport.
Yeah, I don't understand how any the guy what's his face for Toronto in the NBA a few months ago.
Jonte Porter.
Yeah, but he was shaving points.
I mean, why are you betting on your own sport? Haven't y'all learned by now?
Not only that, he was betting way too much, and then he was taking himself out, so he was shaving points. I'm like, dude, you guys are horrible at this. There's like you guys are asking to get caught.
Yeah.
I guess she makes a good point there that you may not know the NBA if you're an MLB guy, but
that's a good point.
With Jonte Porter, though, when you see an influx of bets going on his props, it's like no one literally knows who he is. Why is the betting on Porter so high right now? And then, but see, how do they find this out? Like, how do they find out that these are the guys? Like,
it gets automatically flagged, and then they'll start looking at who made the bet, and then they'll start looking at relationships of like, all right, so how do they know each other and all that.
The data trail they have on the actual account, what phone and IP address it's coming from, and where that they can pinpoint. I mean, it's like freaking CIA. These betting guys, they have to have all this information.
The house is not going to lose.
No, they can tell exactly where you were sitting when you made those bets based on GPS location of the IP address.
Well, also the thing about the Jonte Porter thing is that, I mean, that is like poor Michael Porter Jr. Like in like 2 weeks, he had a brother that got sentenced to prison. He had another one who got pulled over for a DWI, and then he had a brother that was banned from the NBA for betting. And that was all within the span of 2 weeks.
Yeah. Did you not watch it?
Oh, that's so good. That's so good. Did you not watch Ocean's 11? They learned some things.
Exactly.
Meanwhile, sports leagues can get into bed with sports betting. Listen, I get it,
That's
Phil.
that's the problem behind all this, right there.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm with you, Phil. I'm with you 100%. I'm not saying that. However, there are still some rules and regulations that, as a player, you have to abide by, and one of them is you cannot bet on sports.
Yeah.
I mean, you're getting paid a lot of money anyway, even at the lower levels. You're still getting paid a lot more money than most people get. Why do you want to even try to throw any of it away?
Correct. Exactly. Why even chance it at this point?
Yeah.
You know, I don't get that whatsoever. I'm like, all right, go for it. You get go play now, go play in Japan or go play in, wherever they're going to take you now.
But it's so easy now. I mean, I could download it right now and place a bet if I wanted to. I mean, I know some people that have the betting apps on their phone. They're betting in games in the middle of the games.
Yep. And so
and it's like, come on.
I almost did it. I'm not gonna lie. I almost did it because it just came, recently here in North Carolina. It's legal to bet now. I deleted the apps. I signed up and everything, and I'm like, you know what? I'm not gonna chance it. Because I know how this goes. And then, of course, I get a text message from a certain somebody who's very reputable with this, and he said, don't do it.
Yeah.
So I'm going to follow his advice on that one.
Yeah. Now, I have a lot of friends that do it, and it goes so up and down with what they get. But, not even just the leagues, but even the sports networks. Like every time you turn around, there's ESPN bet. And I'll
be honest with you. I think it's fascinating though. I liked all of that, right? Like the over under on it, the betting, if you're going to do betting, do dollar bets or stupid things that, if you lose the money, I was like, all right, I only lost $1 or $2. But then when you become addicted to it, that's the issue, right? You don't know when you're going to become addicted to it.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. I have one of the guys I work with, he used to smoke. And he quit smoking, but he still spends $30 to $40 a week on scratch off cards, and he wins a lot because he buys a lot. But that's like his replacement for his smoking addiction, and he keeps it to $30 or $40 a week.
All right, Professor. I like the over under on this stream, 69.5.
I'm taking the over.
I'll take the over.
I'm taking the over as well.
On that one.
Thank you for saying you don't like betting. I'm getting chastised over here on the side by my wife because I'm into it.
Hey, I tried to get Ed to do overs, unders, and things like that on the jokes. I mean, everything you're talking about right now, I tried to. He's like, no,
I like it.
Control it.
We should do it. I'm with you. Okay, but there has to be a disclaimer. Right. Okay. Hey, listen, I think this is fun. I think this is great. I think it's, it makes it a little bit more interesting. The problem is, where do you draw the line?
Right. And what she's mentioned here. So my max on pretty much is $5. Excuse me, $5. So I'm not gonna lose out on like a ton. It's not like I'm putting 20. I don't even put 20. Like I said, I just put like 5 max. So
that's the max. If there's anything, I was like, all right, I'll do $1 bet or $2 bets, right? And then go play that, right? But that's the problem, right? Because I know people, they've lost thousands and thousands of dollars because of betting. I think it's great. I think it's listen, we all do fantasy football and we all bet, right? So that's betting right there.
Yeah, and that's what.
How much more interesting has fantasy football become because of it?
Exactly. Yeah, because I have a wide receiver from the New Orleans Saints that I don't care about, but I have him on my fantasy team, so I'm more invested that way. So kind of the same way if I do, an over under or whatever on that on like a bet, it just makes it more fun to watch and get rooting interest and everything on.
That's why I watch the Red Zone channel.
So that intensity you had last Sunday on the Wichita State game, did you have $5 on that?
I did not. No.
That's good, Donnie. That's good.
That's just a personal.
Okay.
You went to Wichita State, didn't you?
Yeah, I graduated
He
from
did.
Wichita State, but yeah, it's no,
He
that's
still could
just
have put $5 on it.
right. No,
It's a
You never
shocker that
bet
he
on your.
didn't.
You never.
Oh,
he does that one all the time. That's
I
nothing
do.
new.
I do. That's an oldie. That's an oldie, but a goodie.
losing $5 for
That's
the
true.
is like
Yeah, true story. Like I take that hard. Like I'm like, come on, like because I a lot of times in order to if you put $5 on and you have a plus 100, even whatever minus 110, you're not going to win, but $4 to $5. That's not. So I usually do like a parlay that I can win $20 to $30.
You put them all together. You put a couple of them together.
And there's so many times where I hit every leg but one, but if you don't cash on every single leg, then you lose. And I'm like, I could have just won $30 and then I get upset. So that's kind of what she's saying on that is that even though it's $5, I take that $5 pretty seriously.
See, that's
Like
the thing though. Like I have to go in with the understanding that like I'm putting $5 in, knowing that it is a high probability that I'm not going to get that money back.
Right.
Yeah. Well, I mean, with betting, it's like your alma mater, Ed. Wins come in flashes.
Oh gosh. All right, throw out a Tiger joke here too for Clemson.
I don't know if he
What?
can make.
I mean,
one.
he's already. Let's go for the trifecta here.
I'll be impressed if he can come up with one, but I can see the mind.
He just took himself out. He did. I think it's fascinating though. This whole like betting thing has been very fascinating since like it's become legal with like with all the sports, right? Like football and hockey and like ESPN bet has his own thing now, and like it's all over the place. Like let's not sugarcoat this. Like it's everywhere.
Yeah, I mean you got to have the eye of the tiger to get the right bet. So
there it is. My mom hates it. So like anytime I'm over talking with my brother about, hey, I placed this bet or whatever, she's like, I don't want to hear that. So a lot of times Joe's like, Mom, go into the other room. We're getting ready to talk sports betting here. Because she doesn't like it at all, but we like just chatting back and forth. So that's a lot of our conversation, either in person or over text or whatever. It's like, hey, I placed, this bet. Let's see how he does type of thing. So
true story. When I was in Wichita, that's what you and Joe did during the London series.
That's right. We did.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this. And you're the right person to ask this now, right? Like, do you do like in-game betting, or do you do it right before the game and then just stop there, and then you haven't even tried to do the in-game betting?
I don't do a whole lot of live. Joe's more into the live betting. He does more than I probably would. I'm before it starts, and I'll just go through, and I don't do a lot of research on it. It's just like because like if you do baseball, you can pick a hitter to get over half of a hit or over 1.5 hits, and with a football player, you're more likely to hit a lot of times on an over, like on rushing yards or receiving yards. But with a baseball player, you can be 20 for 20 and then easily go 0 for your next 10. So it's really hard to predict those. So for me, I always just usually do it pregame. I don't do a whole lot of live. I've done occasional, but that's more of Joe's thing to do a kind of a live in game.
It's always hard, right? Like, I mean, it's like in game, like especially with baseball, like you were saying, like it's very hard to tell, like, if you're going to go, 1 for 2, it's like, all right, I'm having a decent game, 1 for 3 or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And then to Phil's point here, he's talking about he'll put a bet or so on a sports book. So we have just south of Wichita, we have Kansas Star Casino. And within the last couple of years, they've put in a sports book, FanDuel sports book. And so occasionally, we haven't been for a while, but Joe and I will sometimes go there. They have nice recliners, and like the start of the NFL season, I think is the last time we went, opening week for the NFL, we went and you place a bet at the kiosk or do a live bet at the counter there. And it's kind of fun just to watch others, because there's some people that do get pretty crazy with their bets and cheering for teams they don't really care about, especially if a guy goes off and like scores a touchdown or whatever. Joe.
Lebanese ping pong.
That's good, Joe. I like that. You haven't lived with you. You've live bet Lebanese ping pong. Good job, Joe. I like it. Again, I find it fascinating. I think it's, you know, I don't know if I'll ever do it. I have it. Like my buddy Sim is like, Ed, can you just sign up and make one bet just so I can get the money? You know what I mean? For me, so he gets like if I sign up, he gets the bonus. You know.
Yeah.
So I was like, we'll see. I don't know. I haven't done it yet. You
I
know,
told
maybe I'll wait until football season. That's when it's like become more interesting for me.
Yeah, it's a lot more fun. I think for me to bet. I do a lot of college baseball as well, but a lot of times they just do money lines on those.
I got you. Okay.
And the occasionally they'll do like,
what's the money like? Can you explain, like, you know, when you say it's like, you know, it's the money line?
yeah, so it's usually whoever is favored in the game. So let's say for the Royals and the Indians, if we're just Guardians, if we're just talking baseball, for instance, I think the Royals were plus 114 and you guys were maybe like minus 110. So that means if you're plus money, you're the underdog. And so you're going to win a little bit more money if you choose the money line. And basically just if I choose the money line for the Royals and the Royals win, then I win that game. But then they also do like the spread. So if it's like 1.5 and I choose the Guardians, if they win by more than, so basically 2 runs or more,
right,
then you would win the spread. And then sometimes they do over under like plus 9.5 runs combined. So if both teams score combined 10 runs or more, and you chose the over under on the run scored, you win on that too.
So the odds by ESPN bet, just because you said Guardians and Royals, right? The line was Cleveland minus 135.
Yeah.
And then the over under was 8.5.
Which, what was the final score? 8-5. So that the over hit since it was 13 combined. And then if you took the Guardians money line, you wouldn't have won quite as much since they were the favorite.
Because they were favorites.
Right. Yeah.
I'm with you, Phil. Like the half point, it's annoying, but it's like it's just
do that though. So because they don't want to push. So if you go with 8 and the score is 5-3, then you hit right on. So they have to do that. That way you could either go, you know, over or under altogether on it. So that's why they do the halves, just so you can, you know, you don't have pushes. You either win your money or you lose.
Yeah. Shannon is like, it's like a foreign language. It's like I got to learn more about it. I'm not as versed as you are when it comes to that. I've gotten good with the over unders. I think I'm pretty good at that point, right? And I think it's like because we were talking about it during the NFL season, right? I really got into it. I was like, man, you know, like, you know, what's the over under on this and all that. So that it really got interesting. Like us picking those games, it's like, man, this is getting good.
Yeah, and those they also have like player props or team props, so you can. Like for football, you can pick like a wide receiver to have over 1/2 touchdown reception. So if they catch or rush for a touchdown, they break that. But if they don't score, then they're under. Mm-hmm. So if you think they're not going to score and they don't score and you take the under, then you win that. So that not only do they have team like spreads and over unders on the scores, but then they also have certain player props and team props as well. And it gets really fun, like for the Super Bowl, because they'll have over
like the coin toss and the color of the Gatorade.
Exactly.
We were actually talking about that during the Super Bowl, right? Like it was all right, how long is the national anthem was going to be, you know? And there was like a whole bunch of props on that. It's like, all right, what's the color of the Gatorade and what's all of that, you know? So
yeah,
it's gonna be fun.
Well, my success rate at picking games on this show with you guys is why I don't put money on it.
Oh, we know. We know.
And fantasy. I put a lineup together. I put players out there and I think, oh man, this is gonna be, I got a great lineup, and then somebody doesn't do anything.
Can you imagine how much you would have won if you would have placed bets on the NCAA tournament since you won our little pool thing?
Which, by the way, thank you for running. We got to talk after the show. Okay. I got to set it up.
Yeah,
but
can you imagine how many
do the DHC Sports Show logo now?
Well, two things going on. What, Pat?
I said, can you imagine how many more games you would have won if you had picked a home team every once in a while to win?
Hey,
it's for the content, okay, Patrick?
Yeah.
I got you, Eric. I got you.
Content.
Yeah, and Shannon's
going against the Chiefs.
Her teams, all right, bro?
Yeah.
Hey, then bet against me. You'll win money.
Yeah, I tried to get her to
Whatever
sign
Donnie
up so I could
says,
win the
do
bonus.
the opposite.
Exactly. Exactly.
We'll see how this season's gonna go. It's gonna be fun.
By the way, shout out to our 58 viewers tonight. We really appreciate y'all joining us.
Yeah,
It's
definitely.
a lot of fun, man. The whole thing is just we're just started talking about betting. It just got super interesting. We all got all like, oh, let's talk more. Let's talk more.
So was this the last last major sport to have a betting issue? I know NFL's had it, NBA's had it, MLB has hockey had. Any
Hockey
players
had it,
suspended?
I think.
Yeah.
Maybe, probably.
Yeah, no, hockey. I know hockey had it. I can't remember his name. I'm looking.
I heard there was a
right
power play over it or something like that.
Can you remove yourself again?
Yeah, just for like 30 seconds because that's not cool. By the way, the U.S.
Go to the
women's
corner.
is international friendly against South Korea 2-0. I'm looking for there was a story on ESPN, so I'm going to look for it and then I'll let you guys know.
Professor Hatter says Evander Kane had problems.
There it is, Evander Kane.
Yeah.
Yep. So there he is. It is Tucupita Marcano. That was the dude from.
Yeah, I don't.
No idea who that guy was.
No, I don't know if Zach's still listening, but he probably knows who that is because my son knows pretty much everybody.
Yeah. So 2019 has actually going back pretty. Since 2018. Then you got 2019 the Arizona Cardinals, right? So I mean, you got some players like already. MLS already got it, so MLS has someone who was betting on sports. Felipe Hernandez was betting for betting on MLS games, and he was playing for Sporting KC. So
They'll never learn. Yeah. When will they learn?
Calvin Ridley was suspended.
Oh,
Miles
yeah,
Austin. Miles Austin was suspended. Let's see.
Didn't the Vikings have a few here?
Jameson Williams among 5 NFL players for gambling. It was Detroit Lions, Quintez.
Oh, Lions. That's right.
Quintez Cephas, CJ Moore.
Told you.
Shaka Tony, Stanley Ben. Like, I mean, God almighty.
See, I knew I would just ask Zach and he would know.
Yeah, Zach's got the pull on the names and when
he does. Jesus.
And he remembers where we saw them and who he was playing for. So, like earlier when he's talking
should we just have him on instead of you? Because I mean, this is getting.
I can go get him if you want.
Get him.
All right, hold on.
Well, he gets him. It's like, there's a whole bunch of other players like Isaiah, Rashad Berry. That's a lot of players. NHL player Shane Pinto suspended 41 games for gambling. Golfer suspended. Alabama head coach was fired because of betting. Remember that one?
That's right. Yeah. And he was trying, and see, he was placing bets through somebody in Ohio, but they were able to track it back to him.
Was that the basketball coach?
No, baseball.
Oh, the baseball. Okay.
Yep. So again, eventually you're gonna get caught.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like, just stop doing it altogether.
Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna place bets, you need to go the Pete Rose way and have a bookie somewhere. Because if you try to do online stuff, they're gonna find you.
Yeah, but look what happened to Otani's interpreter. He went through a bookie, and the FBI were wiretapping the bookie.
Yeah.
So, which again in California, it's illegal.
Right.
So, it's just wild. Why would you bet? Why? I mean, just if you're an NBA, NFL, NHL player, just stop. You were right, Colin. Again, I just saw it late. My bad, dude. Evander Kane was the one who was in the NHL that was caught gambling.
Was that Evander? Was he with the San Jose Sharks when that happened?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I thought.
So crazy, right? It's just wild.
Bet.
I see that little slide joke you got there. I heard it. You good?
Listen, if you've got it,
bet.
There
he is. Look at him.
Oh, my favorite lefty. My favorite lefty, Zach Proffitt. Let's go.
Look at this dude. Look at him right there. He's just like hanging out with us, wearing his Wichita hat as well. Here, let me do this. Boom. Now we can see you guys. There he is.
Say hello. What hat you wearing?
Hi, I'm Zach. I'm wearing my Wichita Turbo Tubs hat.
That's a beautiful hat. I love that orange one, though.
Man, this show instantly got cooler.
It sure did.
That's the one that they wore on Saturday for the first time on field with their new hats.
That's
now,
awesome.
He's leaving too. Is he getting his watch?
Yeah, he is. He's just mad that he probably lost a game or something. All right, so Zach, let me ask you this: like, what is your
Man,
your
what?
level
That was so far outside. Sorry.
I'm
Patrick, we should go get our Turbo Tubs hats.
Oh, is that what we need to do?
I don't have mine here. Mine is upstairs in my bedroom. I can't do that now.
I love this
and
orange
that
and purple, by the way.
I wonder why. You like the orange and purple. All right, Zach, talk to me. Okay, like what is this? Like, is that it? Is you like you just study nothing but baseball? It is. I was like, do you get good grades at school, or is it just like baseball 24/7?
Yeah. How did you finish? What were your grades this year? Your final grades for freshmen?
I had all A's and B's, but then also, I really just watch MLB Network most of the time.
You're a nerd. I love it.
Yeah, he is.
Nerds are gonna rule the world, dude. Just stick with that, okay?
Yeah.
I'm a C's guy, and look where I'm at. All right, don't do this.
No, I like that. Yeah, I got A's and B's, but also, in my spare time, I watch MLB Network. It's like, just so nonchalant with it.
I'm not learning about biomechanics or something.
Yeah.
I'm just, watching MLB Network.
May I ask Mr. Zach Proffitt a question?
What's up?
Mr. Zach Proffitt, how does it feel that you absolutely kicked butt during your freshman year of high school ball?
Pretty good, I guess.
Yeah,
pretty good.
Pretty good. You dominated, my man.
How'd your last game go against campus?
Versus campus, I threw a 7-inning complete game.
What was the score?
And we won 15-4.
Wait a minute, Zach. There's something on your shoulder right there. Wait a minute.
Bro.
Yeah.
How many pitches?
109.
How many strikes?
Like 70 something.
76 strikes out of 109.
One
pass ball. How many walks?
0.
0 walks, 4 strikeouts, and 109 pitches.
Bro, this dude is like
would you
straight
consider signing for the Blue Jays
here,
because the Blue Jays need pitching desperately?
Do you need a lefty?
We need anybody.
I could probably pitch better than Alek Manoah.
True story. Anybody can pitch better than
you aren't
Alex
wrong about that.
Manoah,
I'm not. That's a good burn, but it's also correct.
So
you also have a healthy elbow, right? You also have a healthy elbow, so that also helps.
Alex Manoah sucks.
As of this week, what have you been doing for baseball?
The last 2 or 3 days, we've been at 8:45 in the morning. We've been in the weight room at school for baseball.
And then what about your summer team?
And then on Monday and not tomorrow, Thursday, we had practice for my summer ball team.
Yeah, brand new team. He's playing 16U. Mostly there's a 10-game league schedule, but then I'm playing 6 tournaments. So we'll be back at the ballpark here, not next weekend, but starting the weekend after for 4 straight weekends. We have tournaments.
Oh, wow.
Okay. So Eric,
in every one of those tournaments, my favorite player is Zach Proffitt.
I wonder. So let me ask you this, Eric. This is for a question for you. When the season's about to start and there's an order for merchandise for hats, I think there's at least 3 hats that we are trying to get here for this show. Just want to put that out there right now.
We should you should go get your Patrick really wants the Northwest one, the white one and the navy.
I want one of them.
We do too. I do too.
And I want a baseball card with your autograph on it.
Joe.
Going to get him on the Mark McGuire stack. Good man. I love it.
Yeah.
Joe is all about betting and steroids. Yes.
Wait a minute. Is Joe suggesting the Andro?
Bro, that's your uncle, dude. I just want to put that out there. Oh my God, that's awesome.
Do you know is your uniforms gonna be the same next year? Hopefully.
I would assume the hats. I don't know about our uniforms though.
All right, yeah, I'll let you know next year, or even if they do new styles. I don't. This one seems pretty new style, so
we're putting in order. We're putting.
Okay.
Yeah,
in
well, I was
order
going to say when there's an order for him, especially if he gets credit, make sure you put me down for those, and that that you say it's for Zach Proffitt.
Okay.
Why is Zach ordering 15 hats? He used one for each game. What do you want me to do?
Tell him you sweat a lot and your head changes sizes a lot.
As you show.
Just say
it's a growth spur.
Just say he's influencer junior.
There you go. Why are you sending this to North Carolina and Georgia, South Carolina? What is going on?
Got a lot of Northwest High School fans across the country.
Well, no, all he has to say is he can say they've seen my tape.
That's right.
Hey, by the way, Joe wanted to know is vitamin B12, okay?
Okay. I mean,
all of a sudden,
listen, I really just wanted to say Andrew because it rhymed with Joe. And Andrew.
The next time that Zach is gonna be here, if he hangs out with Joe, like all of a sudden he's gonna Zach's gonna be like, "Hey, what's up, guys? What's going on? No, I'm good. This beard, that's nothing. Just tape." Oh my God, that's awesome, dude. I love it. What other positions you like to play though?
Mainly outfield.
What positions you played this year when you weren't pitching?
I played left, center, and right.
You didn't really play right.
But I still did.
Well, not much. Mostly center field, and then they would move him partway through over to left field.
The two hardest ones.
Man, is that right?
Who wants to do right field? You're just sleeping there.
I told my summer ball coach that I can play anywhere, so that'll be interesting.
Oh, okay.
Yes, sir. All right. I like that confidence.
One of the good things, though, is that two of the kids on his high school team are on his summer ball team. And one of the kids, his dad's the assistant coach, and his dad kept score for his high school, so he got to see him pitch, and so he knows how good of a pitcher he is. And what did he call you the other day? Strike zone king or something? Mr. Strike Thrower or something, because he's pretty consistent in the strike zone. And then
don't put your last name on it, just put that now on the back of the jersey.
One of the seniors, during their regional game for varsity, he came up to him and said, "What's up, CG Complete Game King? What's up, CG King?" No, he called him CG Hero. So even the seniors were showing him some love.
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay.
So what you're telling me is that Turbo Tubs hat he's wearing isn't necessarily as a fan. He might be a member of the Turbo Tubs at this point.
They could use him. Their staff is terrible and they can't hit either.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this.
Are you talking about the Blue Jays or the Wind Surge?
Yes.
Yes. So are you talking about the staff, the social media staff, or are you talking about like the players?
Yes. All of them.
Oh my God.
Tell Ed your thoughts on tonight's game.
There is zero reason we should have blown a 5-run lead.
100%.
And if Bobby just throws the ball to first instead of trying to get fancy and trying to step on second, we also win that game.
But he said that Naylor's slow, and so you should have beat him to the bag anyways.
The announcers for the Royals were saying how Vinny was way off the bag, so Naylor got a big lead, and so that's why he was.
You still would have made it, bro. Watch tape on Naylor. This dude runs like a semi-truck.
I mean, that ball wasn't very hard hit either.
It wasn't, but you're right, though. I'll give you that. Like, if he would have just, forget it. All right, don't go to second. Just go straight to first. Throw it to first. But he blew the game on that one.
Vinny should have picked that, though, either way.
Yeah, he shouldn't have missed that ball because it wasn't too far over.
Hey, Donnie, do you have your popcorn?
So, no, I'm 100% agree. I'm 100% agreeing. The Guardians should have lost that game. They should have lost that game.
Well, you faced our best starter, and now he's done for the series. So,
bro, Seth Lugo is something else, dude. He calls his own shots. That's just...
He didn't get the loss, but he
got the no decision. Yeah.
Yeah. So he's, I think, 9-1 on the year.
Hey, listen, he's still going for that. Here's the thing, though. Like, I wanted to circle back to this one for the first one. So you say he should have made the pick. He should have stepped off first base and grabbed the ball.
Yeah.
Because by not doing that, he let that ball go all the way over, and then at least two runs.
Yeah,
scored.
He would have saved 2 runs. But what also hurt us was Will Brennan with the home run, or not Will Brennan.
Frazier.
Yeah.
Freeman.
Freeman.
Tyler Freeman.
Yeah. with the home run.
Yeah, but Bobby Witt hit 2 dingers, though.
Right about the exact same spot.
Tristan McKenzie hung both of those.
Right. Yeah, he should have not done that. That's why I was like, oh, it's 5-3. I'm kind of nervous though, because like this is what me and Eric we've been talking about this. Like, this is what's gonna separate them for a little bit at least. It's like one of us is gonna have to lose to each other. That's how that is.
It's still not even All-Star break yet, but at this point, I think the Royals' best shots to hopefully just get a wild card, because it's gonna be hard to catch you unless you have some type of collapse. I know it's still early, but
It's early.
you guys are.
We can do Cleveland things.
Well, like, how are you doing so good without Bieber?
So I can't remember. Oh, what's his name? The pitcher who used to play for Oakland, who retired.
Zach Greinke?
No. I'll look for it. But anyways, they did a study. He was like, because last year Cleveland was like almost dead last when it comes to hitting, right? At that ballpark. They were dead last. They made some changes to the ballpark. Now, all of a sudden, that ballpark is top 5 when it comes to doubles and home runs because of the airflow that's happening.
Yeah, I was wondering about all those fans in the concourse that were blowing out towards the field when I was there. So that could be you could be onto something there. There's big old huge fans that just like blow air out to the field.
So they changed. Like if you look at the ballpark, the outfield, right at the by right field, that all of that was taken out. It used to be all blocked off.
Right, it's wide open now.
It's all wide open. So they were talking about like how that has. Because you're right by the lake too, you know what I mean? You're not too far from the lake, and that lake area air, it just pushes right through. Yeah. So it's something else, Uncle Joe trolling. Lynn, big ass fans.
That's right.
Yeah, so
in other news, the Yankees won 5-1.
And lost their catchers. This catcher's lost his nuts.
Yeah, so I have a question for the 4 of you. What is it like to root for a team that's actually in a title race?
Oh, it's great.
It's amazing. Awesome. Oh, it's awesome.
It's been since 2015, so it's nice.
It's been a couple of years for me, so I'm
actually for the Jays, it's been since 2015 too, Eric.
And what's even better is I don't even have a City Connect to complain about either.
Yet.
Yeah, let's get Zach's thoughts on some of the recent City Connects.
Yeah.
Let's hear the young perspective
Cleveland, here. Toronto.
Yeah. Okay, tell me a City Connect and I'll
let's go with Cleveland.
Let's go with Cleveland. Let's go with Cleveland.
Cleveland's is probably one of the worst ones I've seen, mainly because
I agree.
They just put the abbreviation in a big font and
the airport code. Yeah.
There's so much more stuff like with like rock and roll that they could have done, or like
spot on,
just like
spot on.
Oh, go ahead, keep
this
going.
kid knows. This kid knows ball.
They missed big time on those City Connects.
What about the new Toronto one that just came out? What did you think
I like the city backdrop on like the chest. That's pretty cool.
My man.
I also like the hats too.
My man.
Detroit.
Detroit looks like a little league.
There it is.
Why did they?
There it is.
What I want to know is why they spell out Detroit like the full like city name on the hat. That made no sense to me.
I'm with you, bro.
It looks like a flea market hat.
Right.
Yeah.
Zach's approval on your City Connects.
Toronto wins something.
What about
that's a good one,
Tampa, the Rays?
That's a good one.
I like the Rays because it's like, I mean, it kind of reminds me of the Devil Rays jerseys just a tad. I don't really understand like the skateboard, but at the same time, they're still good jerseys.
The Sky Rays really
a
cool.
Big skateboarding, community down there. The one thing I have an issue with the Rays is the font on the jersey.
It's hard to read.
Yeah.
And then what about the Phillies?
I mean, I know that a lot of people don't like the Philly City Connects, but they're honestly not that bad. I mean,
Spinal Tap.
Ask Paul about the Liberty Bell.
Yeah. Well, speaking of Paul, Zach, what do you think of the San Diego Padres City Connect?
I mean, I like it, but it's just a lot of random colors.
Well, we'll slow your roll there, Sunshine. You are doing good here. You were doing good.
Don't go Donnie Wise on us now.
I like them. I just think it's like
you better tread lightly there.
It's a lot.
What about the Kansas City Royals?
The Royals, it's simple and basic, and it actually has like something like to like go off of, like the city of Fountain, so that like makes sense. And I mean, they're not bad jerseys. The only thing that I didn't really like about them whenever they came out is they were pretty similar to the Wrigleyville jerseys,
That's a
just
good
like
call.
in terms of color.
Yeah.
All right, let me ask you about this one. What about Miami?
I like those. I like the red with the pinstripes. That's
Sugar
pretty
Kings.
cool. Yeah.
That one's a good one. I can't complain on that one. That was actually pretty
That's a
good.
good call.
How about the Cardinals?
No.
Garbage.
spoken like a true Kansas City fan.
Like
Yeah, the who?
same thing with like Cleveland.
Yeah.
St. Louis could have done something with the arch or just
Exactly. I thought
something
that they
else.
should have made the arch as a bat on the front, and maybe
Yeah.
only had one cardinal instead of two.
They should have done
to
something,
be
but the
different.
Lou.
Yeah.
The
Do they
who?
do they call it the Lou?
No, well, I love what someone said. That's what you call that's what you call a bathroom in the UK.
Yeah.
I mean, it is on the
Going to the
river, on the
loo.
Mississippi River, so it's
True story.
Zach,
stuff,
real quick,
it's stuff floating down the
I
river.
want to get your opinion. So last year on Proffitt Junior 2023, we went to 5 major league and 5 minor league ballparks. What was your top major and what was your top minor league?
My top major league ballpark was probably PNC.
Boom. You're
man.
back on my good graces.
Good man.
And then my favorite minor league is probably that we went to Lehigh Valley.
Coca-Cola
Coca-Cola
Park.
Park.
Okay. All right.
And then
I
what
haven't
about
been
our
there.
trip?
I've
What
not been
about our
there.
trip
So.
next month? Where are we going?
Next month, probably the one that I'm most excited to see is Corpus Christi Whataburger Field for minor league.
I heard
And
that's a
then-
nice one because it's right by the water.
Yeah,
and then
wanted
I-
to get to that one.
And then I don't like the Astros, but I've never been to Minute Maid, so I'm excited to go there.
Nice.
Gotcha. Okay. All
Yeah.
right. Lynn says that according to a St. Louis friend, says the Lou is a recent PR slogan for the city. You know what? We were the land first, and then we should have been the land instead of the Lou
Well,
Yeah.
in St. Louis.
well, and I know, like in
So-
soccer, St. Louis calls themselves like their fans. They call them the St. Louligans.
That sounds like a Patrick PR joke.
No, that's not
did
exactly
you
PR
throw
joke.
that one
That's-
out there for
It
them?
that-
sounds
no,
like a
that's
Patrick joke.
That one is a true story. That one is a true story. The
I,
St.
I thought
Louligans.
Patrick called up somebody at the St. Louis Dispatch, and he's like, "Here, I'll just give you a free one right here."
It's
That's
so
exactly what I
bad.
thought.
It is so bad that we all thought it was a Patrick joke.
Zach, you see the amount of respect I get on this show.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
your wife.
Shannon even said
your
it.
wife
Oh,
even
man.
hitting you. Oh.
Dang, I'm getting it from all sides today.
Oh, this is great. By the way, we're about to hit the over on the 69 point and 69 and a half on the
What, about 3
Straight-
more minutes? So
Yeah, that's such a shocker.
should we end it like right now so that way we don't
Yeah.
hit the
good night, everybody.
See you guys.
How much money was on? How much money was on the under?
I don't know. Let's ask Joe. He's
Yeah.
the one that does the Lebanese ping pong.
Yeah.
So, all right, all right then, and then we'll continue on with this one. But like, give me your top 5 City Connects. I'm putting you on the spot,
Okay, so
and if you get it wrong, I'll blame your dad.
do they have to be in order?
No.
Okay, so the Marlins,
Okay, Sugar Kings. I love it. I like it.
the Rays,
Okay.
San Diego,
Good man.
Yes,
good
yes,
gracious.
sir.
the Rangers are decent, but
I mean, you still got like Arizona. You got
those
Cubs, Wrigleyville.
yeah, I like
The Dodgers.
Those
no,
Dodgers.
no. I like the Nationals ones.
That's a good
Sugar-
call. I
See, I'm
like
a
that
fan
one.
of that one.
I am too.
Isn't this their last year of that
It
one?
is.
Yeah.
It is.
I'm not a fan.
So Colin gave me his top 5, but I'm waiting. You got what, 2 more?
I don't know. Pittsburgh is kind of basic. Pittsburgh reminds me of Cleveland, like with just the big letters.
The PGH, like good job.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
then probably Kansas City Connect.
What about
I'll give you that because you're a homer, you know what I mean? But
what
I'm not
about the
gonna.
Rockies?
It's creative, but I don't.
It looks
It's
like
a
the
license
license
plate.
plate.
I like that one. I like the Rockies one.
And then
Excuse
the
me, Patrick,
Diamondbacks.
we're talking to the expert here, please.
My bad.
Thank you,
My
sir.
bad.
Appreciate that. Go ahead, Mr. Proffitt.
Then my last one will probably be the Diamondbacks. I
Oh.
like the Los
The
Serpientes.
Serpientes, yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. I like that one a lot. That's like their Copa brand, though. So I like that one a lot. Colin gave us Mets, Miami, Astros, Rays, and San Diego. I'm not a fan of the Astros, but I kind of dig the Space City Connect.
Oh yeah.
What else did he say?
I like the Mets.
Mets, Miami, Astros, Rays, Padres.
I think the Mets actually turned out pretty good. I saw that one in person when we were outside the Durham Bulls game. That guy was wearing one out there by the fountain, and I saw it close up, and I was like, it actually looks pretty good in person.
It's all right.
I think it's kind of like a cool, it almost looks like a throwback, like a early 1900s style with that NYC and all. It's kind of cool.
Too many dark color jerseys, especially this year. Yeah, I think they were like with when Boston came out with theirs and San Diego came out with theirs. They're like, we need to tone it down. Major League Baseball's like, y'all going too wild. This is not minor league baseball.
Yeah, let's take the highlighter markers back from somebody.
Right. Let's take the highlighter mark from the kids.
I like Cincinnati's.
You were doing good. You were doing good, Zach. You were doing good.
Yeah.
And then you had to go say Cincinnati.
Bro, Cincinnati's not even that bad. Like,
oh no, it's bad.
I don't like the C.
He just told you, Ed.
The C is from the Caribbean movie theaters. If you ever look it up, I'm telling you.
I don't like the White Sox in general, but I kind of like the South Side.
Yeah. I like that one. If the Blue Jays were powder blue, it would be fire. According to
to be fair to them, they already have a powder blue jersey, so
so they can't really do powder blue.
No, I mean, with the Blue Jays, if you've ever been in Toronto at night, I mean, it really does look I thought they did a good job.
It does. It really does.
Look like that. But it also kind of pays homage to the old logo that they had back in like 2011 with the black, the predominantly black jersey and logos.
Yeah.
So it pays a little bit of a tribute to that as well.
I'm disappointed though this year.
Yeah. I still don't know what the Yankees will eventually do, if they even will.
The Yankees are going to go for thinner stripes.
You know what they'll do? They're just going to invert the colors. That's all they're going to do, and they'll be done with it.
If it has an NY on the front of it, I'm just going to lose my mind.
No, there's going to be a white hat with like a navy NY. That's all it's going to do.
It'll be a navy color with white stripes.
They basically took notes from Cleveland this year.
Gosh, so bad. I'm so angry.
And yet you're still wearing the hat.
The hat is not bad by itself. The hat doesn't match the uniform.
That hat is pure City Connect.
It is alternate.
Congratulations on everybody that took the over.
We were way over. So, all right. Let's end this, boys and girls. The special guest was awesome, better than all of you. Just want you to put that out there.
Oh, without a doubt, that was an instant upgrade.
I think Eric and Shannon, when they sign him up for school in the fall, they need to submit a new birth certificate. First name strike, last name thrower. Because I could see him pitching for Wichita State in a few years. And like here comes strike thrower into the game. And that's like, is that his real name? Yes, we talked to his parents. He changed his name.
So what's cool is one of the tournaments, most of them are going to be out at, there's a pretty cool complex just west of Wichita and Goddard at the Genesis Sports Complex. But I think one of the tournaments they're playing in, the entire tournament's being played at Wichita State, so he may get a chance to play at X Stadium. So
nice.
Most of the tournaments are at least a 4-game guarantee. So I'm assuming hopefully he'll get to pitch. So that'd be really cool if he gets to play a game there on campus at Wichita State this summer.
Keep us posted. Keep
For
us
sure.
posted.
Please do.
Love it. Hey, Patrick, what you got going on this week, my boy?
Well, this week we are going back to the Atlantic League, and we're going to be talking about the York Revolution. So, looking forward. Hope you guys enjoy that this week on NYLB Head History is York Revolution.
Okay, I love it. Love it, Mr. Mayor.
Well, I've got some games coming up. Actually, I have a job tomorrow night in Augusta that's going to be a stone's throw from the SRP Park. And the guys that I'm actually meeting out there at 10 o'clock tomorrow night called me earlier today and said, hey, we're buying tickets. We're going to go to the Green Jackets game before we have to be out there on the job site. So we're going to hit the Green Jackets game at 7, and then we got to be on site about, 200, 300 yards up the street, up the sidewalk by 9:30, 10 o'clock. So I've got
Not
that,
bad.
and I've got Chris Storm coming to town Thursday night. He's going to do Fireflies with us, and then I'm going to meet him up in Florence for Flamingos game, and then we've got Fireflies. Rhonda and I got Fireflies again on Saturday for Scooby Doo night with the Fireflies.
Okay. Eric.
So for the Earn Fun Average podcast, Johnny and I have on a former guest, one of our friends from Old Fort Baseball Co., Logan Weaning, as well as the tournament director of the National Baseball Congress World Series, Katie Woods. So you may have already seen, if you've seen Logan's page, they're doing a collab. So they've done T-shirts of 9 of the top champions in NBC World Series history. So the NBC is a premier summer collegiate tournament that plays every year in Wichita. They're celebrating the 90th year. And so the NBC tournament director reached out to Logan and they did a collab. So they have some local Wichita teams. So some of the teams that won at least 3 NBC World Series championships, Santa Barbara out of California, they've won 10 championships. So they have the most, but they've done a group of shirts, and they released 3 a month ago, 3 more today, and then 3 more in July.
Dude.
But I ordered, you can get all 9 of them, and they're about
$200.
roughly $10 cheaper if you get the entire set of them. So yesterday I placed an order for the entire set. So I got the champions coming in. But yeah, so we basically have on Logan and Katie from the NBC, and they talk about the collab with this shirt project that they're doing.
Some of these t-shirts look so legit. I'm looking at them right now. Look at that. The Alaska Gold Panners up in here.
Yeah, so they used to be a mainstay here in Wichita, Santa Barbara. One of my favorite teams is the Seattle Studs. Love the name. The El Dorado Broncos. El Dorado is just about 30 minutes east of Wichita.
The Liberal
Wichita,
BJ.
Yeah, Liberal Kansas. Yeah, the Liberal BJs. The Rapid Transit Dreamliners out of Wichita.
I'm getting that t-shirt.
The Sullivans, the Fort Wayne Voltmen. So I have all those shirts coming this way. But yeah, tomorrow catch that Earn Fun Average.
How about their hat collab with Official League too for the support
really
local
cool,
baseball
yeah.
hat?
I got
That's
one.
A nice one.
I bought one. I bought one this morning.
Did you? I want to get one. I'll get one eventually.
Yeah, I was like, I cannot say no to that. I can't say no to that.
Yeah. I'm not answering that. Patrick, answer your wife. Zach, what do you have the rest of this week?
I have weight training and baseball practice this week.
Get it.
And then next week, who's in town against the Wind Surge? The Midland Rockhounds.
Yeah.
And can I make a special request that we get Zach Proffitt back on as a special guest again very soon, because our viewers went up when he instantly when he joined.
Sure did, dude. Sure did. So, and then as far as the Dad Hat Chronicles,
get in touch with his agent.
Will do. Eric, can he come on?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So on the Dad Hat Chronicles podcast this week, with the mayor trying something different, it was pretty funny. His list absolutely sucked.
Yeah, we knew that though.
Yeah, so there was, he was like, "Well,
this dude said right state." And then he said, I kind of like the Bears. I'm like, dude, get out of here.
Get the hell out of here. I was like, this is like, I just texted my wife. I was like, can I get this t-shirt? First thing, the Liberal BJs.
They've played here. Oh, that's cool, Phil. the I forgot what their park name is, but we went to Zach, Joe, and I went to Midland a couple years ago, and Amarillo. So I like the color, the orange and the blue with their new logos and color set. Who did that? Patrick Torch Creative did Midland.
Correct.
Yeah. So
Correct.
That's pretty cool getting to see them. They'll be here next week with their, I guess it's 2 or 3 years old now, but their new logo and color scheme.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, Liberal will probably be here again this year. The tournament starts July 25th and runs about 2 weeks. So I'm trying to set up where I'm going to go meet up with Katie, the director, and hopefully get her to bring back the NBC baseball round the clock, where it was 17 games in 56 hours. And if they ever do that, you guys need to come to Wichita for the weekend. It's a lot of fun.
I'm in
Wow.
on that.
Zach, you've done it around the clock, haven't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, Zach's done it too, so it's a lot of fun. So,
by the way, I got the okay. Just newsflash, got the okay to get the T-shirt.
Good.
So, all right, guys, thank you so much. This was a lot of fun. Make sure you join us next week, Tuesday, 9 p.m. Eastern time. He'll be back. All right, he'll be back. You know, I had a lot of fun. He knows more baseball than all of us put together, which is not saying a lot because I don't know much about this one though. Be honest with you. So it was a good conversation today. I really liked about, the WNBA talk that we had, sports betting. You know what I mean? I think this is going to be an ongoing discussion on this show just because it's polarizing and it's fascinating and it's popular. So there you go, boys and girls. We will see you guys next week. Bye.
Bye.
See you guys.